and international treaties to which the Philippine government is a signatory.
The reason I asked that question, or the big why, is madali po tayong mag-away dito kung ano ang kinoconsider na human rights nowadays, because every ideology has its idea of human rights. So for example, the communists will think as capitalists as violative of their human rights, and it should be the state, di ba, ang nagpapatakbo ng, let's say, mode of production. So with so many ideologies and so many religions, which also injects isms and schools of thought, even the word disciple, means student, di ba? We can easily get lost. So it is very dangerous not to have a CHR. And in fact, many countries lauded the Philippines because we're one of the few, if not the only or the first, na nasa constitution mismo yung pagkakaroon ng CHR. So even when we have presidents who are very verbose about certain human rights, like President Duterte, no one in this chamber or in Congress ever thought of abolishing the CHR. There were disagreements, but no one ever thought, diba, of abolishing. In fact, even the most dangerous dictatorships might want to have a CHR just so that they will appear, diba, to have legitimacy, no? So I asked that question because I read this article, statement of CHR Executive Director Attorney Jacqueline Ann de Guia, welcoming the House Speaker's support for legislative agenda for women. But before that, there was another article where, as it said, walang problema po yung ibang pinupush ng CHR for empowering women, reproductive health, etc. No? There are some controversial issues. Hindi controversial yung non-discrimination. SOGI bill, we'll all have our opinion there. But kasama sa pinupush allegedly is abortion, to decriminalize abortion. May I know if this is true and what is the context of this? Is it an official CHR recommendation? Is it the recommendation of the executive director, or is this a misquote?
Well, the person that you mentioned is present here. Maybe I have to consult her first. Six commission. Sino yung fifth? Did you make this statement? You're in favor of abortion? Alam mo ang bread blanket? Decriminalize abortion because we are practically Well, Mr. President, if I may continue. The statement was given by Ms. Jacqueline de Guia, and she's at my back. And she confirmed to me that she gave that statement during the 5th Commission, which was headed by then Commissioner Chito Gascon during the Aquino administration. Mr. President, personally, I am against abortion. I am a devout Catholic, and it is against the teachings of the Church. And it is penalized under existing laws. And if ever the CHR is in favor of the abortion, I will be the first one to oppose or go against go against them.
Mr. President,
Yes.
May I also put on record that this representation, Senate President of the Philippines, is vehemently against abortion at any stage. No? I just want to put that on record so that I can put in the records of this August chamber that there are people who are willing to fight for life, not for death. Particularly defenseless children who have no opportunity to have a voice of their own. In the United States, dear gentlemen, they're already allowing late-stage abortion on the third trimester. Bata na yun eh. Di ba? My God. May God forgive them. May God forgive them. I think that is a big mistake. I believe in karma, Your Honor. Majority Leader.
Mr. President, first of all, I cannot agree more with the statements made by our Senate President together with the sponsor of the measure. I am just surprised to learn about this today, Mr. President, and just like the distinguished gentleman from Taguig and Pateros, we wanted to find out, is this now the position of the Commission or just a position of any Tom, Dick, or Harry trying to influence the whole world, this country, that it is indeed the position of the Commission on Human Rights?
Well, Mr. President, according to Ms. Jacqueline here, who gave that, who confirmed to me that she gave that statement, that she does not support abortion. She only supports the decriminalization of abortion insofar as it affects the life of the mother. According to them, many women die because of unsafe abortions, and it affects the life of the mother.
And this is the position of the Commission
well,
or just the position of the person in charge?
The present commission, according to the chairman, has not taken a stand with regard to the statement made by Ms. Jacqueline.
I'm sorry,
They are
Mr.
still-
President, but is it a normal practice that any Tom, Dick, or Harry from the Commission can actually make statements like that? And that's why right now we are talking about it?
That is why, Mr. President, they are still studying the matter anew, Mr. President, and I don't think if it is a careless statement or a statement made out of jest or whatever.
Anyway, Mr. President, I will wait for my turn as this representation is not listed as one of interpreters. I will now put my name there as one of the interpreters, Mr. President. Thank you, distinguished colleague. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, can I, just for clarity,
Yes.
because hindi yun yung na-report sa international forums na pro-abortion, pro-choice. Ang sinabi, finally, the Philippines is loosening up because the CHR is asking na ma-decriminalize ang abortion period. So, it's very clear to me, na-clarify nyo na hindi ito ang posisyon ng
CHR.
Commission, ng CHR. But is the Executive Director now...
Because, Mr. President, if this is the position of the CHR and if it favors abortion, I will not defend this budget, Mr. President.
Hindi yung pagka-saving a life. Yung mother.
Because there is no way that I will support abortion.
Thank you
Mr.
for that,
President.
Mr. Chair, and I'll go to that now. But let me just, for the record, be very clear. Is the Executive Director and in her statements limiting it to when the life of the mother is at stake, or did she say period and did not make any... I just want to know the truth. I do not mind if she is now making a clarification now. But what I want to know, in those two instances in the past that she did make a public declaration, did she make a distinction na only in these cases, or did she categorically just state na she is for the... Wala. Pero nasa justified. Tapos di ba nasa discussion sa...
Well, according to Ms. Jacqueline Digia, they just recommended the review of the decriminalization of abortion, Your Honor.
So in other words, ngayon niya lang clarify when the life of the mother is at stake. But when she first stated it, walang qualification. Correct? She's nodding, so it's correct?
Yes, I can see her nodding, Mr. President.
Sige. So I will explain why it is so dangerous. The good chairperson is also and has long been the head of the CA contingent that confirms ambassadors.
The deliberation of the budget of the CHR last night, and I do not know when the budget will be deliberated again.
Sir, ano condition, sir, for you to...
Because they concealed it from me. I didn't know that there was an issue on adoption. It was Senator Alan Peter Queta. Abortion. It was... Take two. I never knew that there was an issue on abortion. It was Senator Alan Peter Cayetano who brought that issue out, and I was caught by surprise because they never told me about it when we discussed about the budget of the CHR. So I too was surprised to hear that a member or a ranking official of the Commission on Human Rights was espousing the decriminalization of abortion. And being a devout Catholic, I believe that it is against the teachings of our church, of the Catholic Church, and I am against abortion.
Sir, hindi ba siya allowed her own...
At her own, but she was speaking in behalf of the Commission. And the commission is under the Philippine government agency, and it is also under our Philippine laws, our constitution. And it is very clear. Yung binasa ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, meron tayong provision sa constitution tungkol sa abortion.
Sir, kahit na nung sinabi yun ni Attorney Digia, it was in another
Commission.
With the Fifth Commission.
He said that during sabi niya, during the Fifth Commission, which was chaired then by Chairman Chito Gascon during the Aquino administration. So ang tanong ko, bakit hindi nyo baguhin? Nasa 6th Commission na tayo under Chairman Richard Palpalato. O bakit hindi nyo baguhin ang stand ninyo? Unless they give a clear and concise and a strong stand against abortion. And that is the time that I will defend the budget.
Sir,
but if they do not have any clear stand on abortion, if they still insist, and if they still pursue that line, yung pag-decriminalize ng abortion, then I will ask the Senate President to look for a replacement for me.
Senator, ano po yung sagot nila?
Because I will not defend the budget.
Sir, ano po yung sagot nila?
For me, yes. Because I, in conscience, cannot defend a budget whose officials are espousing abortion.
Senator, ano po yung sagot nila sa inyo?
Ha? Well, wala pa silang sagot. Hindi klaro sa akin yung mga sagot nila. So, nilayasa ko sila kagabi.
Pero ang gusto ninyo, sir, na
Ha?
ilagay sila po
Sir, ano po yung possible scenarios? Possible po ba magkaroon ng zero budget for the CHR because
Or
of that?
That is possible. Why not?
Or reenacted po?
If they do not give me or the Senate a stand on abortion or against abortion, then I have to talk to my colleagues to give them a zero budget.
Pwede ba yung kahit na zero kasi
Or reenacted?
katulad na ng bilang, hindi ko pa yung parang ginawa na lang ng house dati ng parang 1,000.
Ito na yun. Well, everything is possible, lalo na sa BICAM.
Paano sila mag-operate?
Hindi sila mag-operate. Maliwanag.
Or reenacted?
Siguro yung personal services na lang. Yung sweldo ng mga tao.
Or reenacted budget?
Or reenacted budget.
Yan ba yung pulso ng majority of the Senate?
Yes. Because I consulted with my colleagues. We belong to different religious beliefs. Sabi ko nga, we have a Muslim, we have Catholics, we have Christians, we have a Protestant member of the Senate. And all of us agreed. And all of us are one in condemning abortion.
Gusto ninyo, ilabas nilang stand or position is
Against abortion, of course. We are a predominantly Catholic country.
Pero ang sinasabi, sir, ang kay Atty. At least kay Atty. Diquilla is for the decriminalization, wag na siyang gawing crime.
Alam mo naman, pag na-decriminalize man, ganoon na rin yun mangyayari. Malilegalize na rin yun. Now, if Miss Jacqueline ba? If Miss Digia will speak on her own, and if it pursues her line of thinking that abortion must be decriminalized, then she should resign from the CHR.
Hindi ba nalinaw yun kahapon na posisyon ng Atty. Diquilla and not the whole CHR?
She was talking in behalf of the she was a spokesperson during the 5th Commission when she said that. So she was speaking in behalf of the Commission. She was not speaking on her own behalf. She was speaking on behalf of the Commission.
Yun yung intindi kahapon, sir, ng Senator. That
Yes.
stand was for CHR.
I told you she was a spokesperson of the CHR during the 5th Commission, during the Aquino administration, and during the incumbency of then Chairman Chito Gascon.
Sir, sa tingin ninyo, was it intentional na hindi sinabi sa inyo may position sila?
Well, I do not know. I do not know. Because during our budget meetings in my office, yung 4 na ahensya na hinahawakan ko, we discussed the budget thoroughly. Sabi ko, ano pa ba yung mga issues sa CHR?